What's up, everybody? So we just finished installing the 7-speaker system in both our Model 3 and our Model Y. We're going to show you guys exactly how to do it. Just keep in mind, they're basically identical. The only difference is going to be the clips in the A-pillar. We will show you clips on the differences between both vehicles, but please reference this video for both of those. If you guys are interested in seeing how to install these subwoofers into either the Model 3 or the Model Y, please click here for the Model 3 subwoofer install video, or click here for the Model Y subwoofer install video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
All right, so here we got our Orella sound system, and we're gonna take you through the installation. Okay, so we're inside the Model Y, and first thing you want to do is make sure all your doors are open, because we're gonna power down the vehicle, and we just want to make sure everything's open so we can get to everything. And we're going to go into safety and power off the vehicle. All right, so we're going to start with the tweeter replacement first, so we'll take you through that right now. All right, so we're going to grab our trim prying tool here, and all you want to do is pry up on the bottom of the tweeter here. It slides up, and then you can get it out there. And there's this little thread here that attaches to the speaker. We're going to undo it off that piece of the door there and just pull it through. There, we got that. And then undo the connector for the speaker. Now we have it out. We're going to take it over the table and install the new tweeter. All right, so this tweeter is just held in here by some plastic retaining clips, so we just need to basically pry it out and then pull the rest of this thread through, and that's it. Pretty easy. All right, here we have our tweeter housing and our tweeter adapter. Now these are different from left to right, so in order to tell it's the right one, these two little indentations on the bottom. You can see that there in the camera. And those line up with these two moldings in the plastic, and as well as this big part here with the notch in it faces the bottom of the housing. So we're just going to snap this piece in first. There we go. You see how those two notches are lined up? And be careful not to pry too much when you're pushing it in here. These tabs can break off fairly easily. Now with that in there, we're going to take our tweeter from Orella, and we want to slide it under this far tab first. And then we're going to line this notch up with the notch in the adapter. There we go. Okay, so we got our tweeter housing complete with our new Orella tweeter. And we need to grab our harness adapter here. This has a female on both sides. And then put it onto the tweeter cable. And then we're going to connect it to our door panel where the old tweeter came out. And then we're just going to push this wire down into the door. You want to make sure your little metal clips are in place still. where they need to be. And then we need to hit this little notch with this piece here when we slide it down. There we have it. All right, so we're going to move on to the center console speakers. This is the left, right, and center channels. We're going to start with pulling these side panels off of the dash so we can gain access to the top panel up here and to the A-pillar cover. Just grab your pry tool, find the gap, and just pry out. And then we're going to take this one off too. This one you can just grab with your hands, pull up, and out. All right, now we need to pull this A-pillar trim off. So we're going to start by pulling this rubber back, and then grabbing out underneath it, and pry out here at the top, and it should come out. And then just work your way down, prying the rest of them out. So there's this little safety harness piece here for the airbag deployment, so you can just slide this down and out of the trim piece. So on the interior trim of the Model 3, this is different than the Model Y. This is a little retainer piece for the airbag mechanism. So you have to grab this piece, twist 90 degrees, and the first little triangle comes out. And you got to let it twist back, and then you can get the other triangle out. You can see how that's shaped there. You have to twist it twice to get it out. And then just continue to snap out the push locks until they're all out. And you should be able to slide the trim piece out. And we're just going to do the same thing for the other side. All right, now that we got our A-pillar trim pieces off, we can gain access to our speaker grill on the center console. So we just want to grab it at the edge here. You can put your fingers behind it and pop up and just work your way down. And we already did the other side, so it's fully free, and then it just slides out. All right, so now that we have our center console exposed, you can see the top of the speakers, and this is where the tool that Orella provides comes into play. This is a really low profile T20, so we can get below the glass more easily. You can't get a regular screwdriver in there. If you happen to have a tool like this is a gear wrench tool. It's a ratcheting 1/4 inch bit. It'll be pretty handy. It'll be a little quicker than using this. So we'll go through that now. Now that we got our screws out, we can pull the speaker out and disconnect the wire. This is a clip mechanism on here, so you have to get your finger down in there and push the clip. As you can see here, there's a little lever on there. It's hard to see. You got to be able to squeeze that to get the cable out. All right, we're going to take our new Orella speaker and plug in the adapter harness. It doesn't matter which one of these you plug it into. And then we're going to plug this in to the factory harness. then we'll just put all our screws back the same way they came out. All right, we've got our left channel in. You just got to repeat that for the next two, the center channel and the right channel. The center channel is a little bit different looking speaker. It has the coaxial tweeter in the middle, so you can tell the difference. But yeah, that's how you get them in there. All right, now that we're all done, we're going to put our trim pieces back in. Start with the dash grill that goes over all the speakers and the vents. All right, so to put this back, we need to make sure that these clips go underneath of this tab here on the dash. So this whole thing needs to slide forward, and then we can lock it down on the push clips. All right, we're going to move on to our rear door panel and replace this speaker here. To do that, we're going to need to pull the door panel off. All right, so the T30 screws that we need to remove are in this hole here and in this hole down here. All right, so grab your pry tool and get under the panel and start popping those pins out. It can be a bit difficult if it's the first time it's ever came out. Now all the pins are out, we can slide the door panel up. And be careful, there's still a harness attached. And Orella has us disconnecting all of the wires, but we're actually just going to leave the panel in the car and do what we need to do in the car. So we're just going to set it down here. So we just want to peel back the insulation. And that exposes our speaker here. We just want to disconnect it here. And then Orella provides a drill bit tool that we're going to use to drill out the plastic welds that we have here retaining the speaker. So that's our next step. All right, we're going to grab our Forstner bit that Orella provides in the kit. We've got it attached on our drill. Our objective is to take down the plastic weld till it's flush with the top of the speaker. We don't want to drill too deep. You can see we've gotten through that first layer and it's completely free. We'll do that for the other two. There we have it. Now we're just going to take our vacuum, clean up our shavings, and move on to putting the new speaker in. All right, our next step is to grab our new Orella speaker. This is the coaxial one. You can see it has a tweeter. We have 3 screws that they supply. And then we also have another adapter harness. We're going to put that into either one of the plugs here. and then place the speaker where the old one was. And we'll take our screws, use a Phillips screwdriver, and go into the previous plastic welded holes here. And they should just thread in pretty easily. Now that we have our speaker fully secure, we're just going to finish off our harness connection. And there we go, we can put our door panel back. We're going to fold over our insulation. Make sure it's clipped on the way it was when you pulled it out. This is going to go back on the same way you pulled it off. First it's going to slip into this upper slot here, and then we can proceed to push in all the pins. And then we just need to put our T30 screws back in.
If you guys are interested in seeing how to install these subwoofers into either the Model 3 or the Model Y, please click here for the Model 3 subwoofer install video, or click here for the Model Y subwoofer install video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.